Every few years, someone on Lipstick Alley dusts off the same old myth about black fathers. In 2015, a post went viral claiming 92% of mixed kids with African American fathers are born out of wedlock.
Lipstick Alley, 92% of mixed kids, African American fathers, born out of wedlock. This was 2015. This woman says, "Congratulations, black men. First, y'all did it to black women. Now y'all doing this to white women." She cited Scribed. That website, anybody can put anything on Scribe. There was a divester. Once again, her name was Tiffany N. Calloway. She published this article, and it states 92%, examining the birth trends, family structure, economic standing, paternal relationships, and emotional stability of biracial children with African American fathers. This was actually written or posted or published in 2015. The Medium, they had to do a follow-up. They actually published her cited work on their platform, but they had to remove it and do a follow-up to explain what the hell happened. This academic paper on biracial children with African American fathers is likely a fabrication. This was published in 2018. It said it was downloaded nearly 7,000 times, and I'm pretty sure it's by black women who hate black men. It said it appears that SSRN has removed the Calloway paper from their database. Self-described independent, in quotations, researcher Tiffany Calloway published the paper at SSRN, the Social Science Research Network. The paper was apparently never peer-reviewed, nor was it published in any journal that I am aware of. Now, plagiarism. This is from the same Medium article. The percentages in their discussion appear to be the author's original work. However, there are several instances of plagiarism throughout the paper. In the introduction, several sentences are copied nearly verbatim from sources not cited by the author. For example, the partial sentence, "Boys are raised in single-parent households were more than twice as likely to be incarcerated compared with boys raised in an intact married home," appears in a 2012 article in Slate. Then it said, more troubling in the section marked "Emotional Effects of Fatherlessness," all 5 numbered sentences are plagiarized from a single webpage titled "Statistics of a Fatherless America." This page is not cited, and the paper's entire bibliography consists of sources corresponding to the 5 sentences in the emotional effects section. At best, this paper is an extremely sloppy piece of research. However, the blatant plagiarism indicates a tendency for the author to engage in unethical research practices. This author appears to have no other publications, and it seems extremely unlikely that an independent researcher would spend so much time and expense on a survey only to plagiarize essential elements of the paper, thereby calling the accuracy of this time-consuming effort into question. Further, the author appears to employ nonsensical statistical procedures, e.g., the averaging percentages. Finally, although by no means conclusive, the paper contains numerous grammatical errors and awkward constructions that are seldom the hallmarks of a quality researcher. It should be noted that there is no contact information available for Tiffany Calloway at the SSRN website, so it was impossible to contact the author about this. Now, this is key. Given the plagiarism discovered in this paper, the questionable study design and statistical anomalies, and the paper's direct and rapid spread to internet forums specializing in hate speech, it is extremely likely that this paper was fabricated in order to be used as propaganda against African Americans and, in general, interracial relationships in particular. Slip-hod research methodology, unethical research methods, and a hoax perpetrated for monetary gain. Get that bread from black women.
If you ever want to make a lot of money, join the dating industry and give women fluff.
Or some combination thereof cannot be ruled out entirely. That woman, Tiffany Calloway, probably got paid off that false article because black women were so happy that black men were supposedly doing poor with other races of women that they downloaded it probably 10,000 times now. If it's, every site that I tried to look for it, it said this page is no longer to be found. So if there are any black women that are watching, y'all need to be mindful of the women that you like to follow. And you also need to be mindful about these false narratives that's being spread about black men.
Now, almost a decade later, there's a new one claiming that 60% of white women who have kids with black men are unmarried. CDC Natality 2023 current. Sounds official, right? Except there's one problem. It's completely false. There is no CDC report, no National Vital Statistics table, and no natality data set that says that. Here's the truth. The CDC does publish annual births final data reports. Those are the official records for every birth in the United States. They include data by the mother's race and marital status, but not by the racial combination of both parents. That means there is no public data set that says white women with black fathers of their children equal 60% unmarried. Those numbers do not exist in any CDC publication, not in 2023, not in any year. The real numbers? Roughly 40% of all U.S. births are to unmarried mothers. Among white mothers, it's around 25%. Among black mothers, it's around 69%. That's by mother's race only, and even that has been slowly improving in some categories. So when you see people posting fake interracial birth rate charts online, calling them CDC data, what you're looking at isn't research. It's a rumor dressed in red font. Let's call it what it is, statistical fan fiction. And the reason that matters is because these false numbers aren't harmless. They're used to paint a picture that black men are irresponsible, that they abandon their kids, that they can't build families, even when the data says the opposite. Real CDC and NCHS reports show that most black fathers, whether married or not, are more involved with their children than fathers in any other group. So before you spread another meme from a message board, ask for a source, because if the source isn't cdc.gov, it's just gossip.